Hello fellow chartists, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am D Chartist, and today we had another green day in the S&P 500. I love trading the SPY level to level. We're going to talk more about that, but first, here's the flow sentiment. I have it filtered for stocks only. I took out the ETFs because there's a lot of puts for the ETFs right now, especially for SPY. But if you guys been watching my videos, you guys know it's always bearish and it hasn't helped much. So I figured showing the bullish flow sentiment of the overall market. Okay, so right now it's bullish. Okay, sometimes it's bearish, sometimes bullish. 58% in the calls. Okay, 200k premiums or above, that's what it's filtered for, and that is the flow sentiment. So here's my Discord. All right, 8:20 a.m. is when I wrote it. All right, on March 17th, SPY broke out of a downtrend line from January, and if there's anything we should learn is that breakouts are bullish. Okay, as if most of us didn't know that already. But this was proof. 458 was my next target, and SPY testing it in the pre-market, and no reaction from bears so far. Okay, no reaction from the bears. My plan today: stay bullish until support breaks. As I always tell you guys, when support breaks, that's the best time to turn bearish. However, today was a little bit tricky, which we're going to talk about. All right, now this is a little inaccurate because I wrote this early. All right, SPY actually opened around 458-ish or a little higher, but I put here 456.5 to 456, then 453.5 to 454. I'm bearish below that. Okay, those are the supports that I was watching. All right, stay bullish until support breaks. Those are the supports. If 459 clears, my next target is 462, then 464 to 465. Now I later updated the group that 458 to 459 was the support that we was watching intraday. But the plan here was if 459 clears, my target was 462. Okay, did it happen? As you can see here, this is where SPY opened. It opened pretty tricky. All right, it made a strong up move in the pre-market. So by the time SPY opened, it hit the high of 461.27. At this point, it was running out of steam. Okay, context matter. Okay, context of the price action, that is. So it ran out of steam at this point. Then it dropped, came all the way down. Here's where it got tricky. These two white lines, this is 459, this is 458. Okay, this was my support zone. And as you can see, strong buying pressure in that support zone. And then it closed below. All right. Now I said that best time to turn bearish is when we lose a support. But remember, back test and go. Remember that anytime we lose a support, the next thing we got to watch for is the back test. To see it back test as a resistance, if we get rejection there, that would have been confirmation that it goes down lower. But we also have to watch out for recaptures. It's when we lose a support level and then the price recaptures that, it closes back above. So then that level that we lost, 458, then becomes support again. And then we want to see it get tested as a support, which it did here, to show us that it clearly recaptured it, which is a sign of more upside. Pretty much, this was a false breakdown. And remember, false breakdowns are bullish. Okay? So you see here on the 15-minute chart, this is why I love the 15-minute chart. We got one close below, and then the next one recaptured. That told us right there that we got, a recapture and possible of more upside. Now, if you was to look at a smaller time frame like the 5-minute chart, here's why I don't really like trading the 5-minute. Now, if you look here, same spot on the 15-minute chart, you see here we closed below 458, and then the next two candles, it started treating 458 as a resistance. That would have made you feel, okay, more downside incoming, but look what happened. Fake out. Okay, so this is why I like trading the 15-minute chart. If I am going to use a small time frame, I don't go no lower than the 15-minute chart. Because look here, it's less noise. This noise, but it's less noise in the 5-minute. Okay, so as you can see here, it started treating 458 as a support to let us know it recaptured it. We got some washes below, but it did not close below. Okay, so therefore that was a confirmed recapture. Started going up, went as high as 459.94. Okay, found some resistance there close to the 460 level before it pushed back down. Now here's where it got tricky again. Remember, we always want to go long at support. But if we lose the support, we want to cut our loss. That's best practice. However, here's where it got tricky. Here's why I don't like trading off the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute time frame. You can see here on this candle right here, this long wick, that's a hammer candle. It washed below the support again. If you know, that would have made you feel okay. If you use a smaller time frame, you would have see how it closed below and then back tested as a resistance. Again, that would have tricked you and made you feel, okay, we're going to go down lower. But look, fake out, recaptured the support level. But if you look at a 15-minute time frame, it never closed below. We did have washes below 458, but it never closed below. Therefore, 458 support defended. Okay? And then boom, it went up. I had this little triangle pattern intraday. It broke out, but I wanted to see 459 as I wrote in the plan. 459 to clear for me to be bullish up until 462. So here's where it recaptured it. Okay, we recaptured 459 over here, but when it finally back tested it, it failed. Okay, always wait for the back test. But this time when we recaptured 459, this candle right here back tested it and we saw strong buying pressure, and it spent the rest of the day heading up to my 462 price target. Okay, it hit it at the end of the day. All right, keep in mind, I wrote the plan before the day started. I give the levels out, you know, because how useful can it be if I just give them out after the fact? Anyways, so let's look at the daily chart. That was the intraday recap of the day. Gonna get rid of my lines here. Too many lines. So we got some big wins. Got some big wins for the bulls, okay? Here's the fib level. January, from the January high to the February low, okay? So as you can see here, yesterday we cleared that 61.8 retracement level. Today it didn't even back tested it as a support. It just continued to push. We had another level here around 458ish, around the high of February 2nd, February 9th, even the high of February 10th. We had strong rejections, and that's the, you know, as you can see here, SPY couldn't break past that level. Today, we broke past that level. It gapped above it and treated that level, that white line right there. I'll turn it to yellow. Okay? That yellow line right there, as you can see, that long wick off this candle, it treated that level that was previously a resistant level, it treated today like support. Now, I know that the RSI is very overbought and the SPY, I'm wondering myself when we're going to get this pullback. But right now, the price action is extremely bullish. Okay? Like I said many times, don't try to call a top. The best time to turn bears is if we have a confirmed loss of support. That means it closes below the support and then back tests that support as resistant. Same drill every day, all the time. Okay? So, 458 will continue to be support. All right? I had, as mentioned, a target around 462. Okay? I'll put a line right there. That's the other yellow line. I'll make it blue. That's the next resistance level, 462. If SPY clears 462, the 78.6 retracement level is the next price target. It's currently at 465.3. Okay? I give it a zone, 464-ish to 465-ish. Okay? We got to be a little flexible about this. But as far as the exact number based on the fib, it's 465.3. That's the next big level, the next big test. If bulls clear that, first of all, this is a very unhealthy price action, okay? And doesn't look sustainable. But if bulls clear that level, that will put the next price target of 473 in play, okay? Maybe, I think I got some level at 470 and then 473, okay? But 465.3 must clear first. That is the next price target. And that'll only be tested if SPY clears 462. Now, as far as the bearish scenario, we already tested 462. If we get a rejection there and we take out the next support level, which is around 458-ish, that's a good sign. And I'm talking about a close below 458. That's a good sign that we may pull back. All right? Of course, if it recaptures again, that's a false breakdown. But my biggest level is around 456. I think if we lose 456, I think that will trigger a deeper sell past the 61.8 retracement level. Let me check where the 200-day is. Yeah, we might even sell back down to the 200-day moving average. Okay? But of course, I don't want to jump the gun here. We got to watch the levels. All right? So, 465.3 is only in play if 462 clears. That is the resistant level. All right? Support is at 458. That's the critical support. And then 456 below that, that's this gap fill down here. All right? We got a gap at 456. If SPY comes down and tests one of those support levels and bounces, that's fine. It's going to continue to melt up. But if 456, if it comes and fills this gap and then closes below that, that's a sign that we're going to get a deeper pullback. And it would be very healthy. Okay? Very healthy. So that's what I got for you for the SPY. Hope you guys understood that. Those are the levels that I'm watching. Here is the VIX continuing to look bearish. As you can see, yesterday it lost the 200-day moving average. That's this red line right here. And it didn't even back tested that today. It also lost the low back in February 9th. All right. So it's below that now. My next support isn't until 17.44, which also around where the lower Bollinger Band of this is. Okay. All right. So that's the area of confluence. Did I say that right? Area of confluence. All right. Lower Bollinger Band. Also the low back in January 12th. And 13 where VIX was able to find demand. Okay, if we lose that level, 15.68 is the next support level below. Okay, for the VIX to be bullish, it needs to get back above 20. Where was the 5-day at? The 5-day is at 20.91. Okay, and the 200-day is at 20.7. So for VIX to be bullish, it needs to recapture one of those levels. Okay, to show more signs of upside. And if the VIX can get bullish, maybe the SPY can get bearish. But right now, VIX is looking extremely, extremely bearish. Okay? So, that's the SPY and the VIX. This is QQQ. QQQ has cleared the 200-day moving average. Okay, I got it as a purple line. Let me change the color. I'll change it to pink. All right. Boom. We hope you can see that better. Okay? Right there. Cleared it. Okay, 200-day moving average is currently at 368.70. It may be a little high by tomorrow, maybe around 369. But that will be our support level to keep the next price target in play at 374.2. That's a 61.8 retracement level for QQQ. All right, and above that, I got the next price target all the way up at 389.5. That is a big level. Well, actually, I do have some support here around, resistance around 379.3-ish, around there, okay? But first, 374.2 is the next resistant level that bulls need to worry about, okay? Support is at 368.70 to 369-ish. That's the 200-day moving average. If QQQ loses that, that could be a sign of more downside, okay? Next support below that is 363.4, all right? And then 361.3, then a nice drop down to 352, okay? But got to play it level to level, wait for support to be lost, all right? We don't have to try to call a top and catch the first leg. We can make money on the second leg. That's my opinion. Dow Jones, it treated the 200-day moving average as a support today, and it also cleared the 61.8 retracement level, all right? Closing around 352.9, almost at 353. Okay, so obviously support for tomorrow is 351.6, 61.8 retracement level, and the 200-day moving average is which is at 350-ish. Okay, as long as those support holds, I am bullish on the Dow Jones, and 359.5 is the next price target, which is a 78.6 retracement level. All right, I will be more bearish if we lose that 200-day moving average at 350. Below 350 is when I would be bearish. IWM, nice big body green candle over here. I mentioned that it was able to close above the 5-day moving average. Next price target was 209.7, 38.2 retracement level, and it cleared that, closed above that, closing at 211.7. Now there is some resistance around 213, okay? A previous zone around here where there was some buying pressure there, as you can see. So that will be a zone to see if we'll get any selling pressure there, all right? So it's kind of like a back test scenario, okay? So above 213, we'll put 216.3 in play. That's the 50% retracement level. For me to be bearish on IWM, obviously, we'll have to lose a support. The first support being 209.7. If we lose that, that'll put 206 to 207-ish back in play at the 5-day moving average. And then more downside around 201.3. All right? Next one is Apple. Apple is just going parabolic at this point. It's defying gravity. It's not making sense. You can see just a straight line. All these green days. Incredible. Now, I had this green zone right here, as pointed out by these arrows. Those are the times earlier this year that Apple rejected from this zone. So it was a very tough zone. And the fact that Apple was able to close above it and find buying pressure instead of selling pressure is a huge win for the bulls. Okay, now as you can see here, it's touching that upper Bollinger Band right now. Okay, so this zone is now support 177 to 176 zone. All right, I will be bearish if we lose that. We have support down to 174.5-ish, and then a big drop down to test the resistant line of this multi-month downtrend line here. Okay, is around 168 to 169-ish. Below that, if 168 fails, that's a false breakout. Okay, so play it level to level. We lose 176. That's next support is around 174. Okay, we lose 174. Then we can ride it down to the next support, 168 to 169-ish, okay? As long as support holds, though, all-time high is in play. It's around 182.9. All right, guys? That's what I got for Apple. Tesla, look at it. I even put a white trend line. Look how steep that is. That's the steepest trend line ever. Is defying gravity. The fight having a red candle today. It is an up day from the previous day. As you see here, RSI is very overbought, okay? So, well, there is support here around 1,090, 1,089. Below that would take out this very steep trend line that Tesla has developed in the last couple of weeks. Okay, and then I got support below that around 1,040. All right, that's based on my fib level. Well, 1,036.8. That's the 61.8 retracement level. And if we lose that, the next support is down here at 972.71. Now, some basing would be very healthy. Okay, I do got some. Oh, I got the 5-day moving average around 1,043. So if we see some basing and it stays above the 5-day moving average, or it stays above the 61.8 retracement level, that's actually pretty bullish. Okay, and healthy because it needs to consolidate some. Okay, but if we lose 1,036.8, that will put 972.7 back in play, okay? The next upside resistant target is 1128.2. That is the 78.6 retracement level. Also got this green trend line over here, as you can see, starting from November high, connecting to the January high. And it's all the way up here at 1150, 1149.6-ish, okay? Could get a rejection there at one of those levels if Tesla continues to melt up like this. All right, but like I said, best time to turn bearish is when we lose support. Otherwise, watch for some rejection at these resistant levels if it gets tested. Bitcoin, after making a strong up move in the last couple of weeks, it's running to the 200-day moving average and finding some resistance there. Not seeing any strong selling pressure. It's just pretty much just basing just below it. That favors more upside. So 200 days currently at 48.3K. Obviously, Bitcoin needs to clear that level to put 53K, the next price target I got, in play, okay? If it continues to base and then a strong rejection like a bearish engulfing candle, next support is down here at 45.4K, multi-year trend line. And if that fails at support again, I will turn back to being bearish. Okay, guys, so that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys are at least starting to love or get better at price action technical analysis, you know. So anyways, thanks for watching. Talk to you all soon.